All right, everyone, how about 3 quick cards and a bottom card with me? All right, we know these are always 400 cards. These are not the shorts. Yeah, I do clarify if things need it. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here, or you found Steve Slup's Tarot, you found it for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. That being said, I'm pulling on right now because I'm curious. I've been seeing all kinds of weird signs all day. The universe has been giving me all sorts of weird things on my walks and shit. I want to know the energies around your runner. We pull on this sometimes in the extendeds, all right? And we usually get a similar answer to what I've got here, but, you know, I thought we'd take a look at it here in the general sense, the energies around your person, okay? Around the one who ran from you, the one you're waiting on. Who's around them? What is it? Okay, well, okay, I'll tell you. They're very pentacle-based. I start my pre-shuffle here when I talk to the universe is funny because it diverts attention back onto your person, because it tells me your person is well aware of the energies that are around them. The energies around them, it's very pentacle-based. All right, it stops at love. Right, this is a stop night. He stopped before the water. It may stop your person from feeling love. I don't know, but either way, it's your person. In a way, manifested these energies in. It's the Star card, okay? Because it's what they saw as stability with the Queen of Pentacles here. However, this is very interesting. What they want is a new beginning. That's why I say they may know, they're well aware of what the energies around them are like, because I've got the Hermit crossing the Ace of Wands. This can also indicate not only they know that they want something else, but these energies might hold them back from getting it. Whatever the case is, there's a tower coming. Every time they don't do anything in this Hermit, they don't move toward what their passions are, follow their soul's true purpose, they land themselves in a tower. I tell the Leos this in particular all the time about their person, right? But what's interesting about this particular tower is this tower is like the last straw, okay? Because it leads to, again, your person knows with the Hermit here, it leads to someone walking away toward happiness here, toward the Knight of Cups. They want love. They'd rather have, the Knight of Cups is bookending the Knight of Pentacles. So what we have here is sort of a story. We have someone who starts out in this and ends up in this. And it's all because of this tower. And the tower is caused, as usual, by their inaction towards, you know, those energies around them, and getting away from them, or at least having a chat with them if they're putting too much expectation on them, which Knight of Pentacles type energy can do. You know, they can. You know, the Knight of Pentacles energy on the, like, if for just using parents as an example, would be the parents that, you know, force the kids into all kinds of programs and make them study and make them do this and that because they're going to be a doctor and they're going to go to Harvard, and you do this, you do that. You know, it's that kind of like helicopter parent that, you know, very strict rules and that kind of thing. That's the energy that's around your person. Let's see how that relates to you. All right, let's just take a look. Let's pull 3 cards and a bottom card on the energies around your person. I do pick up a few things from the energy, and let's see if it reflects in the cards. It usually does. The 4 of Cups is our bottom energy. It's our affecting energy. It's crossing whatever the center card will be of the 3 that I'm going to pull. Yeah, it's a stifling energy. Okay, I know what it means. I just want to make sure. Yeah, stifling. 4 of Swords. May have hurt them in the past too. There's healing that's needed here. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands crossed by the 4 of Cups. Wow. Yeah. Okay, one more card. Yeah. 5 of Swords. Yeah, I'm right. It is. This is a case of where it, I'll say where it pertains to you first, because the energy is always in layers. So I'll dig down a little and I'll give you one of the layers. There's a lesson here in sometimes, you know, sometimes we just listen to the wrong people. Sometimes we let other people's energy bleed onto us too much, and maybe they're not quite the right people. You know, maybe they're toxic. It, you know, doesn't really have to be that way. They could just be well-intended or well-meaning idiots. You know, it cuts both ways. There's an energy here of a lot of influence over your person. All right. And it's very manipulative. This is the Five of Swords. Sometimes, readers will say it's somebody going around to other camps stealing swords and taking credit for it or whatever. It's really just short-sightedness and little false victories. There's a lot of manipulation here, and I see it here with the Four of Cups that crosses the Two of Wands. It's almost a disappointment that someone feels like your person is basically disappointed that they're not getting away from these energies. And this is what we've been seeing in some of the readings too lately. They're very disappointed that they're not getting away from these energies. These energies are very pentacle based, and your person's disappointed because they want cups. But they reject cups because anybody that's coming with love, any new friend that's coming with love or whatever it is going to get ostracized by whatever these energies are. It isn't going to be accepted by these energies around them. So, they tend to push people away and push things away. They're disappointed in themselves for doing that here. I want to learn more about this here. Let's see where we go, and then we'll pull on the Four of Swords after that. Why is my table crooked? Number one. Okay. Tell me about the Five of Swords. What's the Five of Swords here? A lot of manipulation here. This is manipulation through lies, through telling people things. These are very selfish energies I'm picking up on. Okay. And, they're here in many layers. Like in one layer, your person wants out, but they're disappointed that they're not getting out. On the other hand, some of you, your person feels stuck around these energies. But all of you, these energies manipulate. And that happens. Think about crowds you hang with, right? We all have somebody that used to be a friend that started hanging out with a new crowd, and then we think they became an asshole. The truth is, maybe you don't like the new crowd they started hanging out with. Okay, so you now perceive your person as an asshole, your old friend as an asshole. Well, in that analogy, or in life in general, the energy of the crowd we hang with, the people that are around us all the time, bleeds onto us. If you don't know how to block that, you end up turning into them a little bit, just so you can fit in. It's just human nature to do that. It's almost instinct in a lot of ways. So it's kind of what's happened here. Why is the Five of Swords here, though? These are very selfish, very manipulating energies. Very strange. The Empress, that's a weird, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, on the one layer of energy, your person wants to get out. They want to get away from it. They want something real. They want love. The Empress's bookend the Eight of Wands tells me they probably want to talk to you. You're their divine feminine. It's right there. Most of you watching anyway, because I assume your person was the runner. Most of them in this cycle are DMs or feminines too high up with too much masculine energy. Either or. Cuts both ways. There's a lot of deception here. There's a lot of, it's deception through discouragement. I get that a lot. Again, it's just sort of someone who's mixed with the wrong crowd here. That's the end result of it. Very interesting. I think your person's energy is changing, and that's part of causing some problems. We've been seeing that in the readings too. Why is the Four of Swords here? Why? Yeah, they don't do anything about it. They're aware of it. Your person's aware of these energies around them, but they don't know what to do. They are maybe working out a plan. I have no idea. They could be with the Seven of Cups. I just get an element of round and round and circles here. What's on top? Yeah, that's why. The King of Wands, the Emperor, you seeing all this ego? And the Queen of Swords. Yeah, they know the truth. It's what I've already said. They know the truth. The energies around them are very controlling. It's almost like it's status to be with these people for some of you, for some of your people, right? It's status to be there. So, it could be a very restrictive. This is a very restrictive energy here. With the Emperor down the middle, it's very controlling. It's not a lot about love, okay? I got the Emperor here in the center, okay? And over here about why your person does nothing. Because they're kind of in their ego, even though they know that the energy around them is all wrong. I got the Empress over here, with not in the center position. The center position over here is deception. They know, that's why I say they know this is all wrong. This reading cross-checks itself. Here's the deception. The Emperor is kind of a deception, and they know it, right? They're well aware of their behavior here. And perhaps they just don't know how to behave any other way. They've turned into the energies around them on some level. And I said this too in a recent reading. Some of your people are playing a role in their own life. They're like an actor in their own life. It is in a way. It's what I said. Like, you have that friend that was once a friend, then hangs out with a new crowd. You don't like that crowd. They turn into an asshole, you think. They didn't turn into an asshole like some transforming into asshole Hulk or something like that. They absorbed the energy of the people around them. They became like the people around them so they could fit into this new clique that they thought they wanted to be part of. And sometimes even when you want to get out of that, it's hard to come back. It's hard to get out of it. I think it's hard for this person to get out of it, but I think they're fooling themselves that it is. They feel you on a high level. They definitely want to talk to you, no doubt about it. They want forward movement, Eight of Wands with the Empress. But it could indicate with the Queen of Swords here that this Emperor, this deceptive Emperor here, is getting real. You know, there's a lot of self-deception here. But as it pertains to the energies around them, the people around them lie. They cheat. There's pain that's been caused here, and I don't doubt it. I've got entitled fuckwit number 1 and entitled fuckwit number 2 here. Entitled people. There's a huge energy of entitlement here. That your person knows is true, by the way. You know, and once with the Queen of Swords, you can't unknow something. It's there. She is the truth. She represents the truth. So entitled people just take whatever they want. They do whatever they want. It's no wonder I felt some pain here on this Four of Swords that needs to be healed. These types of people, they're selfish. There's a lot of ego. There's a lot of pride. And if they want something, they take it. They always cheat and things along those lines, or at least lie. We got it right here with some deception. I'm pulling on the energies around them. I tell you about your person in certain places here in the reading because energy's always in layers, and they're here. I'm pulling on the energies around them. And the fact that they're coming up when I'm in my topic, when I mention it to you, is because they've absorbed that energy around them and turned into this a little bit. It's very strange. They want out. The Two of Wands. Tell me about it. I'm gonna keep going. Tell me about the Two of Wands. There's no time limit on these videos. If you don't want to keep watching, don't keep watching. It's fine. I want to know here why are they still holding on to it? I'm not getting. I get an energy that they want out, but I don't get an energy that the wand's been let go of yet. Why? Why? Even if they have let this person go, or these people go, or whatever this is go, they're still holding on to it. Yeah. Pain. Well, no. That's just instinct for me to say pain when I throw the Three of Swords down. No, it's not an energy of pain. It's actually an energy of, how do I phrase this? I'm going to have to give you an analogy to describe this energy. Why haven't they let this go? If it's not really them and they're just absorbing the energies around them and they know the truth and they want out, they want to totally bang the Empress, because I can see it here. All they want is to get out with the Empress, but they're manipulated in some way into hanging out. It could be a guilt trip. These entitled energies love their guilt trips. Oh, what would mommy think? What would daddy think? What will the neighbors think? That kind of thing. And well, if you leave now, I'm going, blah, 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 this, that, and the other thing, just guilt central. Sometimes, even when we do bad things, right? Even when we do bad things to ourselves, maybe we drink too much or something like that. Someone tells you need to quit drinking, right? It's terrible for you. But you still keep doing it. And the reason you keep doing it is because we feel like it's an energy here of, if your person leaves, a part of them is dying. Okay? A part of them goes away. It'll hurt to leave even though they want to leave these energies that are around them. It's a bit of nostalgia. It's a bit of melancholy. It's almost an energy of, well, I've been in this for so long, I think I'll just, it's going to be a real pain in the ass to leave. It's going to hurt. I might miss it. They're just used to it, even though they know it's bad for them. They're just used to this energy. It's so hard to explain because they have a lot of love inside them that they're not able to give because of these energies. Let's see what's on top here. See? Five of Cups. Sadness and regret. There's nothing here. They need to get out, but they're not getting out. They're not. This Three of Swords, this energy, these energies around them that they want to get away from, deep down, Anyway, I doubt they admit that to you. There's a lot of ego that's bled off on them, though they know deep down that they want to, with the Queen of Swords there, have hurt them. I do get some pain around this, a healing energy here that they need to heal. They still haven't healed from something. They're still carpet sweeping it. These two here, the kings of carpet sweeping, right? Kind of sweep it under the carpet. Don't think about it. Don't look at it. I wish I could find the words to describe perfectly the energy around that Three of Swords. My drinking analogy was okay, but it's more a case of, even though something is shit for us, we still tend to, it's human nature to stay in it because we've either been in it a long time or it's just something that we are afraid to let go of because it's, again, it's a part of us, right? So to transition to something new, a whole new life, maybe a life with the Empress, which is obviously what they want, they're going to have to understand that a part of their life has to go away. They have to walk away from this crowd and come over back to your crowd, all right? Or just come over to your crowd, either or. There's a lot of sadness and regret here for them not leaving. That's what's really funny. It is. It's dead. It's way past its expiration date. I just got done saying there's a lot of sadness and regret here for this not ending, and then for them not leaving, and then I throw the Ten of Swords, sadness and regret for them not leaving, because it's done. It's long done, and they can't make a decision. They go round and round with it. There's the Seven of Cups. It was also crossing the Four of Swords here. And so this energy is a part of this row. These are very controlling energies. So this card ties this entire row to this row because this Seven of Cups was crossing here. That said, these are controlling energies. Your person would love nothing more than to stick that sword right up their ass, whatever energy's around them. Really, I swear to you, this is here. It really is. These two, listen, these two energies are never having lunch together. All right, they do not get along. He's not going to get a date with this queen, this King of Wands. She finds him way too pretentious and arrogant and just an asshole, and he finds her a little stodgy and stuck up. He likes his women a little looser, you know, that kind of thing. He's a player, if you will. It's that kind of energy. So while they'd like to get the hell out, these are very controlling energies here, but it leaves them in disappointment when they don't do anything because they've got a lot of love to share with the King of Cups crossing the Three of Swords here. It's just someone who doesn't want to let go of the past. Someone who wants to hold on to energies around them even though they're bad for them because they're used to it, it's there, and it's, you know, it is what it is. But yet at the same time it comes around and makes them sad, and then they want to try to find ways out, and they go round and round. I said about this card when it was crossing the Four of Swords, I said it's a round and round energy, and I'm right. It goes round and round. Over here on this side, these energies around them use manipulation. Five of Swords. Short-sightedness, little tricks here and there, maybe guilt trips, things like that, lies, little, well, we know they use lies because that's the center card here, the Seven of Swords, little, you know, whatever, little manipulations of some kind, all kinds of control mechanisms you'll find rolling out of these two. But the best thing here, the universe wants you to know, is this is your energy showing up here, okay? It's also representing your person's energy, feminine side of them coming up too. That energy is rising. We've been talking about that, especially with Venus in Pisces, and I did a whole reading on that. Their Empress energy is coming up, which could cause some forward movement here. This Eight of Wands this is Eight of Wands that they want to do with you. This is forward movement toward you. All right, I'm pulling on soulmate energies here. That being said, I'm going to tell you this Eight of Wands has been coming up from all decks a lot lately. A lot. And this is the rarest card to get in a soulmate cycle, especially during the separation phase. We hardly ever see it. If you watch my readings from 2021 and all that, if you were here last year, we didn't see this card a lot. Came up sometimes, every once in a while. I think in the old bangs we used to call it the 8 dildos upright or something like that. But either way, it's not that it doesn't come up, but you have to admit, if you've been around here a while, it doesn't come up as much as we see the King of Wands, the Queen of Wands, the Burger King, the Emperor, right? Those always come up. Why? There's no reason mathematically that any one card would come up more often than another one. They aren't different weights. They're not like one's bigger than the other, so you pull it out. No, there's no mathematical reason for that. It's extremely random. That being said, I mean, set by destiny to come out, but I'm saying when you shuffle the deck, you shuffle the deck. That being said, these come out an absorbent number of times. And this has been coming out a lot lately. So they definitely want out of this, but they stab themselves in the foot by going around and around and around. And it's not their fault. They've absorbed the energy that's around them, and the energy around them is very manipulative and very entitled. Okay? And that's an interesting word to look up. You know, if you Google it, get the definition of it. The psychology definition of is basically someone who feels that they deserve the best but doesn't want to work for it. And it's kind of the energy your person picked up quite a bit. So from the energies around them. And picking up energies around you can be from your parents, it could be core programming from childhood, it can be all sorts of things. It doesn't have to be a group of friends or someone they married. But I think for a lot of you, and this comes up a lot in the extended readings, I think your person, if they're married, for example, I think they married somebody that they thought they were supposed to. And there's now that they've had crossed paths with you and felt the soulmate connection, they got a lot of love they want to give. There's a very strong possibility of hearing from this person. This reading wasn't supposed to go that way, but you keep showing up in it. And I'm pulling on the energies around them, and I get you. So, as part of the energy, a good part of it. You're about 30% of the energy that's here. So, it is what it is. Let's see if there's anything else the universe wants to tell you. I'll pull it from the Light Seer deck. Let's see. Let's get one card here. Why is everything off the table here? What the hell is going on? Anyway, whatever. We'll just make a mess. All right. I got to adjust my camera, I think. Anyway, let's see where we go here. Give me one card. Anything else? One card and a crossing card. What else you want to tell the viewers here about the energies around their person? All right. What else? Give me something. Give me something here. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Okay. It's the Empress. It's you. It's the best tits in the tarot, the Queen of Tits. You might recognize those tits because they're yours, male or female. Again, you come up. Sort of. It's not really what it's telling you here. This is your Empress energy, yes. But this specific message involves the affecting energy at the bottom, which is the Seven of Pentacles. Their feminine energy, your runner, they're your runner's feminine side. We have both within us, masculine and feminine. They've been out of balance. They've been a little too masculine. And we see it here with the Emperor, a little too much on that side. Their feminine energy is coming up. This is a message here for you of wait for it. Just wait for it. As this energy comes up, the universe is basically saying its final message to you is, listen to Steve, this Eight of Wands, this communication, this forward movement with you, the Empress, has a good chance of happening because this Empress is bookending it, because it's red with the Empress, because their Empress energy is coming up and they're really feeling. And it kills this person to be in this situation which has very little love to it because they've got a lot of love to give, but they're hurt that it's suppressed, it's pushed down, because these two over here, you know, what they know the truth about that they like to cut out, these two energies right here, they're just all about control, they're all about pentacles, they're all about ego, they're all about pride. There's no, you know, it's a stodgy energy. One that I might add for most of you, and I've said this a million times and I'll keep saying it, has hurt your person in some way. Either through lies, through manipulation. We see it here with the Five of Swords. There's all sorts of manipulation here. Head games, as Foreigner once wrote in a song. There's a lot of head games here. And I can understand why your person's hurt. I can also understand why they're so slow to leave. Because it's human nature. You know, the number one reason people stick around in bad situations is just because it's either all they think they can deserve or it's just easier to stay. Whatever. As your person's Empress energy comes up, their self-worth comes up with it. They realize that maybe there is a way out. I think they're going to take it pretty soon. I do. I'm going to do one more card. I am. Because this guy keeps staring at me and I don't like him. I think he's an asshole. Because between you and the Eight of Wands, and between their feminine energy coming up and the Eight of Wands, which is backed up by the card that I asked the universe to give you, there's this asshole. So what is this? Why is this here? I'm back to the witches. I'm going to pull on it. Let's see. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. See, it's never 3 quick cards, is it? I know. Well, that's why I started doing the Soulmate Energy shorts, because so I would actually do 3 cards and a bottom card. I'd have something. And you know, someday those are going to evolve into 50-minute videos too. Hey, I like giving you guys the information. It's fun. It's nice. All right, let's go. Because while it's not for everybody, for whoever it's for, it's very important what I'm saying. And everybody matters. All right, let's see where we go here. 7 of Swords. Why? Why is this asshole between this beautiful reunion and this beautiful energy coming up in the person? This asshole, this 7 of Swords, deception, is why the 7 of Pentacles came up here. It's the universe like, wait for it. Their feminine energy is coming up, so wait for it. Wait for it. Because underneath that, by the way, I forgot to show you, because I didn't know it was there, is the 2 of Cups. Wait for it. Because 2 cups are about to come together, 2 long-lost soulmates, because their feminine energy is coming up. The wait for it part, if we took that away, you wouldn't have to wait for it. They'd be coming real quick. But the wait for it part is because of this asshole, which is what I'm shuffling on right now. Why is the 7 of Swords here? Why do my people have to wait for it? Is it having something to do with these entitled fuckwits over here? I don't know. Let's find out. Why is the 7 of Swords here? You really want me to... Okay, you really want me to shuffle, don't you? Okay, I see. All right. Oh, fucking hell. It is the Sun, the Hangman, and at the bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. So, should I pull one more from the top? Let's do 3 cards on this fool. Okay, I'm going to move all this stuff. You all know this is all here, so don't worry about it. Okay, so we're pulling on the 7 of Swords. I got the Sun. We're doing 3 cards. The Hangman crossed by the Ace of Cups. And the 8 of Swords. They're in there. Yeah, that's what it... Yeah, okay, I get you. This is beautiful. This is why I love tarot. Okay? So if you ever doubt tarot, here, I'm going to explain to you what you're looking at. I just got done telling you that the reason we have to wait for it, right? Wait for it. Wait for what? This, because they're coming up in their Empress energy, so they're coming in. The reason we have to wait for it is because of this asshole, this deception within them or around them. I pull on this deception. My center card, these are red center, left, right, is wait for it. The Hangman, right? It's because they're in their head about giving the love. It's right here. The reason we have to, if I were to read this as a sentence, it would be the reason we have to, why do we have to wait for it? Well, the reason we have to wait for the love is because this person needs to wake the fuck up and get out of their goddamn head. This person thinks they're trapped in this energy, and I believe it. I'll tell you why. These energies that came up over here under the 4 of Swords of why they're doing nothing. These are very controlling energies. I told you that. This is not some minor manipulation shit that goes on their side. This is, if you leave me and go toward the Empress, I'll release those pictures. Or if you leave me and go toward the Empress, I'll tell the courts that you went crazy one day and I'll take the kids away. This is serious manipulation energy. This is devil energy kind of a thing. These types of energies would do that. These are the people with the high-powered lawyers and shit like that. I mean, your person, it doesn't have to be the exact thing. Your person might be from the projects and you're like, they don't have a high-powered lawyer, Steve. Well, no, but metaphorically, you know what I mean, right? These are people who use manipulation. So I can dig it. Your person feels trapped. They're not trapped. How do I know that? I don't even need to pull another card. Okay? It's an illusion that they're trapped. Happiness is waiting. It's right here, the Sun, the happiest card in the deck. The reason we have to wait for it, okay, wait for the Empress to come in with these nice 2 cups so you guys can be together, is because we have to wait for the love because they just can't see the forest for the trees. They think they're trapped, but they're not. The 8 of Swords is never trapped. It's nonsense. It's fears we tell ourselves. I think a lot of those fears are coming from the manipulation of the energies around them from the other side. Because that's one of the tactics, scare tactics, right? It's one of, and I already ran through a couple of them. This person's worried about nonsense, and that's what's keeping them from coming in. But it doesn't matter. Okay, that's why I'm not pulling another card. It doesn't matter. I'll just take a peek. Yeah, see? There's our cape guy again. Look, it's the 3 of Wands. It doesn't matter. Very soon, just wait for it. Because in this energy, he jumping in the water. You're that ship offshore. He getting that cape wet. He's jumping in the water. The reason I say that is because we see it here. Their feminine energy is coming up. Okay? And Venus in Pisces is playing a big role in that, for sure. I remember that from that reading. So, and that's why we keep getting the Eight of Wands too. The Eight of Wands is not just about communication and fast forward movement. It's also an energy or it's also a card that reflects an energy that tells me energy is building within this person or within the situation. What energy is building? We have to ask. Well, it's red with the Empress. The Empress energy is building. See, I like to give you transparency in my readings. All right, I'm not some guy who's coming out here pretending to have some magic powers where I can read energy from the universe. I'm showing you why. This is all, the cards are here to reflect the energy. It's all mathematics. The whole universe is math. And it's all detective work here, really, with the cards. You can read cards the same way I do if you want to. You don't need to be able to read energy. Just pay attention to how I read them. I know a lot of you come here and read cards. Pay attention. There's always, just remember, everything's in layers. All right? That's all you got to remember. So yeah, the energy that's coming up is this Empress energy, and it ties to the end of our reading perfectly, where we get the Empress. Wait for it, because they're coming in. That's the universe's final message to you. I ask why we have to wait for it. It's because of this deception. It's because somebody feels trapped. Okay, somebody feels blocked toward happiness. That's why we have to wait for the love. And that's what was crossing here, waiting for the love. The very question I asked is the center, the zero card. How about that? That's your reading. That's it. Most of you, it's not enough to stop them. Very soon, Three of Wands. One of its meanings is very soon. You don't get timing in readings, but this is very soon. Next step off of this, if you take one step off of this cliff, you're in the Four of Wands, a happy new beginning. Okay? And I don't know what's under it, but not much. Wow. Nine of Cups is there. Nine of Cups is under it. And again, they're in their head. The Five of Wands is there too. So it's, the only thing stopping this person from jumping off into the water, getting on that ship where you are, is Five of Wands. Weakest energy in the tarot. The universe gave me this for a reason. As I read cards, this is very weak. Fives are temporary in the tarot. So this is just nonsense that they're telling themselves. It ties to this Eight of Swords. The universe backing me up, saying about the temporariness. You wait for it, but you're not going to have to wait long. It's very soon. Because it's really just Five Wands of nonsense that's getting in the way of them coming toward their wish fulfilled, or you getting a wish fulfilled, the Nine of Cups. Which basically, the last message from the universe, from the Light Seer, says the same thing. Wait for it. It's not very long. The seeds have started to grow for two cups come together. Two long-lost soulmates. It's because their Empress energy is coming up. And when that happens, these energies lose their power, right? The Empress is married to the Emperor. I don't know if any guys out there watching me have ever been married, but when the Emperor is single, I mean, he's real cool. He's got a lot of power. You can have chicks over the apartment, a new chick walking around every night with their ass hanging out, all kinds of fun stuff going on, parties, beer, live on cold pizza. But not when the Empress comes in. When that Empress energy comes up, it's just an analogy, but when that Empress energy comes up, this guy loses power here. The energies around your person lose power. Their power to control and manipulate requires that because it's mild devil energy, Seven of Swords, requires that your person has a little bit of low self-esteem, low self-worth, or at least falls for their illusions. The Empress doesn't fall for anything. That energy's coming up. That's your reading. I know it was very thorough for a reading supposedly called quick, but I don't really give a fuck. It's my channel, and if I want to keep going, I'm going to keep going. You always have a stop button. I don't really care. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. I have a feeling, and I always say if I help one person, I've done my job karmically speaking. I have a feeling this reading probably helped a few people, but there's one in particular who's watching this reading. I know you appreciate this. Okay? So I know that for a fact. There was a very strong energy here for sure, but I'm sure it's a lot more of you than just the one. That said, I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.